I remember this one night I had where me and my friend were on the Xbox. We were just playing games all night, and we were on Rocket League at one point. We were both sitting there, we were talking and we were playing. I didn't know what the time was, but I was just playing and playing and playing, and I felt like I was playing for quite a few hours. I remember looking to the clock and I saw it was about 3 a.m. It was 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm still playing Bloomin' Rocket League with my friend. I tell him I'm going off at Xbox and I'm going to go to bed. So I go to bed, I sit there, and I just go on my phone. I just scroll on my phone for another couple of hours, and I can't get to sleep. I'm struggling, and like even when I stop going on my phone and I just listen to music, I still can't sleep. I'm just sitting there wide awake, and it's probably 5, 6 a.m. at this point. By the time I get to sleep, it's the next morning, and I'm just started sleeping, and I don't wake up till like 2 p.m. the next day. And it was this constant sleep schedule. And as you can imagine, at that time, I didn't have much muscle. I didn't have much going for me. I wasn't in good shape at all. I was pretty skinny, and I didn't really enjoy life. And in this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways how fixing your sleep, how having better sleep will make you progress in the gym, will make you build more muscle, and will make you just see more results and get that physique you always dreamed of. And the first thing is understanding the importance of sleep. It's understanding how meaningful and how much sleep actually matters. And when I say sleep, I want to define what it is. As I used to come home from school, it was just like a normal day of school. I've done all my lessons, it's been a hard day. I'd come home and I'd just sit in my bed. I'd watch YouTube generally from about 4 or 5 o'clock, just for the whole night, for the whole day, and I wouldn't leave my bed. I was in my bed for like 15, 16 hours. I remember just being on my phone like the whole night, and I remember my parents always coming in and them always seeing me in my bed, always seeing me under the sheets, just sitting there watching YouTube or something. And they were always telling me I was in my bed too much. And I was in bed for hours and hours on end, but I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't going to bed on time. I wasn't going to sleep at all. I was just laying in my bed for so many hours. And when I wanted to go to sleep, when I actually decided to put my phone down, to take my headphones up and go to sleep, I couldn't. I would sit there in my bed for another couple of hours, just thinking about life, just not being able to fall asleep, not even feeling tired, even though I've been in bed all day. And I found one thing that was the problem that I had here was that I laid in bed when I wasn't going to sleep. I laid in bed all the time, just throughout my day, whenever I felt a bit tired, but I wasn't going to go to sleep. And this is not what we really want to do. The strategy is to lay in bed when you actually want to sleep, when you're actually ready to go to sleep, and no other time. So instead of me coming home and laying in my bed, instead I should just sit in this chair. I should just go on my laptop. I should just not lay in bed. Only lay in bed when you're going to sleep. That's what your bed is for. And to do this, we need to establish a bedtime. We need to establish actual times that we lay in bed and go to sleep. So this should be like 10 o'clock and 7 a.m, 11 o'clock and 8 a.m, 12 o'clock and 9 a.m. Maybe, a 9-hour window, just like the ones I've described. And doing this and only laying in bed for those 9 hours, not staying in bed for loads more hours, actually helps so much. It's so important. It's so useful to do. I remember the first time I tried to do this, where I was like, I'm not laying in bed anymore. I'm not going on my phone and laying in bed. Instead, I'll sit on a chair, I'll do something else. I just can't lay down and go in bed when it's mid-afternoon, when it's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Instead, I only go to bed, I only lay in bed when it's 10 p.m. And doing this, when I first tried it, I actually struggled so much. It sounds stupid, but it was such a struggle to, instead of laying in my bed and just sitting there watching YouTube, to sit in a chair and watch YouTube. There's like no difference to it, but I couldn't do it. I remember I came home one day and I was looking at my bed, and the temptation to lay down was so high. I was like, I really want to lay down right now. But I convinced myself to come and sit in this chair that I'm sitting in now. But I still wanted to lay in my bed. I was sitting in my chair thinking, it would be so much better if I was laying in my bed right now. But I refused. I was fighting my brain. I was fighting everything to not lay in that bed, to not go down and lay down. And this was the first time I ever tried to do this, and it was so hard. It was so strenuous to actually do this, to not lay in my bed and go on my phone, instead to sit down, to just do something else, just to not lay in my bed. And the first time was hard, but what's hard becomes easy. And now, where I'm sitting today, I don't even think about laying in my bed like halfway through my day. I just naturally just come and sit in my chair. It's not even like a thought in my mind. I just always go and sit in my chair, instead of in my bed. So that's the first step, to only lay in your bed when you're going to sleep and have your established sleep time 10 till 7, and all the other times come sit in a chair, go sit downstairs, sit in your kitchen, sit on the floor, it doesn't matter. Just don't lay in your bed. And the second step is to get off your phone 1 hour before bed. This is probably advice you've heard a lot. And I heard this advice actually as a kid. I remember my mum would say it to me. She'd say, you need to stop watching TV 1 hour before bed so you can actually fall asleep faster. But I never did it. I would hear her advice. I'd probably even thought it was right, but I didn't do it. I'd come up to bed, I remember, and I'd just sit in my bed, I would just chuck David Dobrik vlogs on. I would watch David Dobrik, he was like this YouTuber who just did vlogs, like Logan Paul does, basically. And I would just watch his vlogs for hours at night. I'd be giggling to myself, just watching them and watching them. I wouldn't sleep, I wouldn't feel tired, I'd just keep on watching videos until it got to 1, 2 a.m. And by that time, I've watched every vlog there is. I can't consume another vlog, so I put my phone down, I turn it off, and I try to sleep. But the problem is, I can't. I've had all this blue light exposure in my eyes, and my eyes feel wide awake. I don't feel tired at all. I don't feel like I want to sleep. It's 2 a.m, but I'm awake. And it's so annoying because I'm trying to sleep now. I'm trying to close my eyes and sleep, but it's not happening. It's not going down. I'm just wide blooming awake. And the problem is I didn't go off my phone 1 hour before bed, so my eyes still had the... I can't remember, it's some special chemical that your eyes get when you see blue light, when you see shiny, very bright light, and it keeps you awake, it keeps you up at night. And this is what I had this light in my eyes, and it just kept me awake, it kept me just up at night, and it was so annoying. So what I needed to do, and what I should have done, is to put that light away to 1 hour before bed, is to charge my phone downstairs so I can't actually go on it. So then I can't see any blue light at all. And doing this actually helps so much. It's so much more helpful than doing anything else. And what I found is, when I do this, when I charge my phone downstairs, it's in my kitchen, I come upstairs and for 1 hour, I can't do that. All I can do is go have a shower, brush my teeth, and then sit in bed and read a book. When I do that routine, when I don't see my phone for an hour, I sleep like a baby. I generally sit in my bed, I read my book for 30, 20 minutes. It's like a fiction book, just about a story. And then I close the book, I close my eyes, and I just sleep. I don't ever struggle getting to sleep or staying asleep. I just sleep, and it feels so easy and so normal to do now. And that's because I'm not staring at my phone, I'm not stimulating myself. Instead, I'm just having an easy, relaxed routine, and I sleep so well. And these two things will help you sleep, these 2 steps. But the third thing that you need to do is, you actually want to get up when you say you're going to get up. You want to get up at, say you're waking up at 7 a.m, you actually want to get up at 7 a.m. And one problem I had, and I even had it today actually, is my alarm went off. My alarm went off at 7 a.m. or whatever, and I didn't get up. I just laid in my bed for an extra hour. I just sat there and just did nothing. I laid in there, not on my phone, nothing. I just laid in my bed, not doing anything at all. This is so unproductive. It was so unhelpful to do. But I just didn't get up. I don't know why, but I didn't force myself to move my legs to get up, to turn my alarm off, and to get ready with my day. Instead, I just sat there. I wasn't sleepy, I wasn't tired, but I just sat laying there in my bed. And this is the big problem. This is so annoying, and we don't want to do this. So the best strategy I found is to have your alarm clock on the other side of your room, to have it far away from you, and not your phone. You don't want to use your phone. Instead, buy an actual digital alarm clock. With this alarm clock, have it far away from you, and let it buzz, let it make the sound, let it make the noise. I found when this happens, I actually get up straight away. I remember this one day where I was laying in bed and whatever, and my alarm clock went off. And it was 7 a.m. I remember hearing the noise. It was like this little jingle, and it's quite a nice, peaceful jingle. I remember hearing it, and I just jumped out of bed and turned it off. I don't know why. I don't know what was going on with me, but I got out of bed. I turned it off straight away. Then after I turned the alarm clock off, I made sure I opened my curtains and had the blinds open and all. So then light was just coming into my room, and I didn't want to sit down and go back and lay in my bed. As the principle we said earlier, only lay in your bed when you're going to sleep, so 10 a.m. and 7 a.m. Now it hit past 7 a.m, so I don't want to go back and lay in my bed. Instead, I'm wide awake. I can sit on my chair, but I want to be doing stuff. I don't want to be laying back in my bed. this meant I was wide awake. I was actually like doing stuff in my life, and it felt way more productive and way better. And that's because I set my alarm on the other side of the room, and I got up when I said I wanted to get up. And all these 3 principles are going to help you build muscle. They're going to help you get in shape. And sleep's so important for you building muscle. And I didn't even explain the main reason, and that's because when you sleep, that's when your muscles actually grow. That's when they actually get bigger. That's because in the gym, we cause micro tears in our muscles that tear our muscles down and make them weaker and smaller. But when we sleep, they grow, they bind together, and they grow bigger than before. So they become bigger, and they become more stronger, and we see more progress with them. And that's when we sleep, that's when we rest. So that's why sleep is so important, why it's going to help you build muscle. Well, that was all for this video. There's a lean bolting course in the description. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.